If you're able to, for the second night of Classic Week here at Avalon Raceway, as we welcome everybody. If you've got yourself an iPhone or a Samsung, you can get yourself busy. Right here is the full-wide salute to you fans for the President's Cup for 2023. They'll roll through 3 and 4. Been a wonderful night. Certainly challenging conditions, and we say thanks for everybody that's travelled to be with us here at Avalon Raceway. A huge thanks to those that are tuning in on Clay-Per-View. Great job, everybody, in turn number 3 and 4. Looking forward to you travelling to Borderline Speedway tomorrow night for the King's Challenge, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday we welcome you down to the Bull at SunGold Stadium for the 50th running. And the time for talk is finally finished, because it's time to saddle up Geelong, because here we go. The President's Cup is underway, presented by Kubota Tractors here at Avalon Raceway on a very racy Wednesday night. And just like that, we'll go yellow, yellow, yellow. Geordie Ray from deep in the field in the CNA's Trucking B2 brings us to a halt. Once again, Madsen and McFadden will square off. 30 laps on the board, $10,000 payday to the winner of the 2023 President's Cup. Veal quickly to third. McFadden right there with him as they drag race down the back chute. Madsen, you just need to be a little cautious. Full load of fuel for 30 laps. Veal is, well, throwing caution to the wind. Had a good look on the inside as McFadden came low. That's second. Third is Veal. Fourth is Brock Zierfoss. The Sean Carano, number 95. Then it's the Australian Sprint Car champion, Marcus Dumsney, the Valvoline 1. So back to your race leader, Ian Madsen. He's been picture perfect tonight. Quick timed in his group. Picked up the win from position 4 in his heat race. And now Madsen goes by 1. Oh, McFadden quickly follows suit. Veal likewise. 1, 2, and 3 quickly move forward. Zierfoss is 4th. Newton from Dumsney back to Tate Frost. And then it's Dave Donegan. Still McFadden trying to rip the top as Veal goes by for second. Veal just like that goes to P2. Madsen continues to lead. Half a car length between he and the 35. Madsen's trying to work by Geordie Ray in the 2. This time with 21 to run. Veal in close. Then it's McFadden. Still Zierfoss, Newton, Marcus Dumsney, followed by Tate Frost. Dave Donegan in the VA75, they've got 9 out. 10 down, 20 to run, Jake Morrell, and it's still Ian Madsen, large and in charge.
How good is this from the Paddy Hires, New South Wales number 4. He'll come up to the back of Brad Sweet. You don't see that too often, shall I say, the 49.
He's okay, managed to climb out and walk there under his own steam. So we'll clear the scene in a moment.
And Gav, I know that you're not privileged to the replay thanks to clayperview.com, but everybody at home can just see that Appleby just comes out of turn 4 there. Now about to enter into turn 1 and 2. He's real tight. He takes 1 bite, 2 bites. He's got a car on the inside. Tries to give him a little bit of a room, and I think that right rear shock was just too tight and too hard, and unfortunately had no bounce, and he just went up and over on one of those ruts. Vehicle is on. He's ready and raring to go, and we get back to green flag racing. 20 laps on the board for the President's Cup here for 2023. And Ian Madsen leads us at this point. Zierfoss trying to poke the nose in there for McFadden. That's a battle between 3rd and 4th. Look at Marcus go upstairs. He's trying to rail what he can in turn 1 and 2. Gets past one car, that's Newton. Then he will come up to the next car where he can. So 19 laps will turn into 18 for your leader, Madsen. Behind is Veal. 2, 3 car lengths between 1st and 2nd. Similar distance back to 3rd where James McFadden currently occupies that spot. Brock Zierfoss, the W95. In P4, he's got Marcus, the Valvoline Australian number 1 right behind him. And he's done everything he could. He went upstairs, now he's gone back to the bottom, but he looks racy and he looks good. Ryan Newton's behind him in that Queensland 66. He's just waiting for a mistake to happen in front of him. Donegan, Frost, Milburn, and Sheldon's moved himself up into that top 10 with 15 to run at this point. Lap traffic. Red lights will come onto the back straight prior to that contact, and in the shot now that you can see that there is a little bit of marks on that concrete wall where it all began there for the T7 of Tim Hutchins. And just, you have to think that something broke. You don't go in.
Can we get it running one for the President's Cup for 2023 after a restart? We're about to find out.
Madsen gets us through turn 1 and 2. Look at Marcus go upstairs on Zierfoss. Look at Frost go upstairs on Donegan. Milburn trying to put one in turn 3 and 4 as well. So there's battles everywhere at this point between everybody. We're all worried about 1, 2 and 3 at this point. Got to find out who's going to finish on the podium. 15 laps will turn into 14. Madsen leads us. 2, 3 car lengths between first and second. Jamie Veal in P2. James McFadden occupies P3 at this point, but for how long? Because the Australian champion is coming. The Valvoline Australian #1 goes to the top in turn 1 and 2. He's taken care of Zierfoss,
Madsen, who doesn't like Avalon, but he'll like it after he picks up $10,000, no doubt. And you can just see the Smart Series just slow down the race. He's got the Indy Race Part C&H Trucking #2 in front of him, and he's just slowed right down. Veal in second, McFadden in third, Marcus in fourth. Newton and Zierfoss all make up our top 5, and I tell you what, Gavin White, we are winding down laps. There's 5 to run at this point, and the battle is on between first and second as well as third and fourth.
Yeah, Dumsney's all over that 5 car. Newton's gone back by Zierfoss as well. So still Ian Madsen content just to stay a little distance from the 2 car. Veal is closing. There's only 3 car lengths between he and your race leader. Still Dumsney pounding the top. Not frightened to run upstairs way above that treacherous turn 1 and 2. Veal is now closed on Madsen. This time by, there'll be 2 to go. He'll need to be swift. He'll need to be decisive. Ian Madsen continues to pace the field. The Paddy's higher. DDM Motorsports NS4 has led this one from the get-go. Veal from McFadden, from Dumsney. The white flag is out. There's 1 to run. Newton is closing. Final lap. Dumsney under pressure from Newton. Just caught the right front. Will go red. Boy, there was nothing in that. Holy cow. Good news is Ryan Newton out and A-OK.
You're going to see on the clayperview.com replay, Newton's to that inside, Marcus to the outside. You can see that Newton's holding steady on that inside, but they just bounce off a little bit of a groove, and unfortunately Marcus was coming in. He was trying to close. He was trying to go that inside. You knew he was so good on the outside in turn 1 and 2, but he wanted to come to the inside in 3 and 4, so he just kind of straightened back up.
Oh, the storm. There's 2 laps to run for the President's Cup for 2023, and Ian Madsen leads us off.
We go back to green flag racing. Look at McFadden. He's sizing up Veal on the outside on the back straight, and he almost gets it done. 3 and 4 might be the option. Didn't want to keep upstairs, but he had no choice. Still in P3. McFadden to the outside of Veal in turn 2. Can he pick up a spot? Not quite. Veal holding steady. Checkered flag comes out. It's got to be Veal that picks up P2, but Ian Madsen wins the President's Cup for 2023. Man, oh man, that was a sprint finish to the end. Ian Madsen from start to finish, 30 laps, ticks the box, and he takes home $10,000. Jamie?
Ian Madsen is out. The Paddy's higher, NS4, 10,000 reasons to celebrate. Come on, folks, as he celebrates up on top. How about some noise for your feature race winner tonight, Ian Madsen. Seeing everybody on Friday, Saturday and Sunday for the festivities that are the Southwest Conveyancing Grand Annual Sprint Car Classic, the 50th edition. And right on cue. Katy Perry never lets us down when the fireworks are up. Jake Morrell back upstairs.
Thank you very much. Gavin White, everybody sit back, relax. A little bit of fireworks here at Avalon Raceway.